thanks for joining us for a very special episode of The Win It Minute. We're here in Winter Garden, Florida, and today we got a very special guest, Vishant Dave. He's a guy that's making a difference in the Orlando community by improving people's bodies and lives, not only their mindset, but their body and health. So come on, we're gonna join the VFit Training Studio on today's episode of I Love Orlando. We are here with Vishant Dave, a man who's dedicated his life to helping others improve their health and mindset, and he's a former insurance adjuster turned personal coach and trainer. First, Vishant, thanks for joining us, but what inspired you to get into this industry?
So I've been in athletics. I played sports all growing up, had a passion for it. As I started getting into my mid-20s, people started asking me, where do you train? How do you train? Can I train with you? I said, absolutely, fine. And then I got really serious when, in 2007, I read a book called The Alchemist, which I highly recommend to anyone who hasn't read it. And it speaks about personal legends and following your passion. And a storm kind of all brewed. My mom's health kind of took a turn for the worse. So I understood and realized from there that I want my life to be a representation for people of what to do with their life and their health, as opposed to what not to do. So I went on the journey of bettering myself physically, which actually grew into bettering myself mentally and spiritually and financially and everything. So that's what put me on that path to training.
Wow, sounds like you have a foundation of like a pretty strong mindset. How did you set that? How do you keep that mindset daily?
Daily investing into myself. I firmly believe and understand that in order for me to add value to someone else, I need to add value to myself first. Otherwise, I'm an empty cup that has nothing to pour into someone else. So I like to start my day with a morning reading. I don't set myself for X amount of pages or anything. I just want to read something that inspires me, look at something, because in the fitness realm, we're so concerned with what we eat to get into good shape and how much we move our body. But what people don't realize is much as you focus on what you eat and how much you move your body, you also have to be mindful of what you watch with your eyes, what you're listening to, because all of it has an effect on you. Life is going to throw things at you you're not going to be prepared for. Right? In training, I stimulate certain things like that in a controlled way. I believe that everything we do inside of the training facility should have a carryover effect into your life. So perfect example, we're gonna do functional fitness movements that make your life easier. It's gonna be easier to walk up the stairs and down. It's gonna be easier to carry those grocery bags so you don't have to make 3 trips from your car back to your house to take those groceries. You can hold them all in one go. It's gonna make picking up your child and putting them down easy and not strain your back. So we do all movements around what I call primal movement patterns, 7 different movements, and all the training encompasses that, because you want to build your body up, but you also want to build your mind up. The gym, the training is a arena for you to build your will, your mindset, because if you quit here, you're going to quit out in life. If you don't quit here, you give me 110%, I know when you go out in life, you're going to give 110% at whatever it is that you do. You got to say it, believe it, and then put the plan in action. It's not gonna happen by chance.
Right. What is 3 tips that you could maybe give the audience out there on a foundation for a healthy lifestyle, whether it is mindset, healthy body? What is 3 quick tips anyone could do?
Quick tip number 1, there's never a right time to work out. Don't wait for the right time or the right day. Work out when you can with whatever time that you have. Move your body, that'd be tip number 1. Tip number 2 for your mindset is my quote / mantra, which I've just run with, that's on the back of all of my personalized shirts and stuff like that, is being strong is a choice. So I don't say that lightly. I'm not saying being strong is easy. I'm not saying being strong won't come without work. I'm not saying life isn't going to hit you hard, but how you choose to respond to those external factors that occur is your choice. So I firmly believe everyone can be strong, and being strong is a choice.
Being strong as a choice. When you made the choice to start training other people for a healthier lifestyle, how hard of a change was that from corporate America to this?
It was actually an easy transition because corporate America, for me personally, what I was doing, it left me unfulfilled. It created a nice lifestyle for myself and my wife and my family, which is great, but I wasn't actually able to let anything out of me into that environment. So when I transitioned to first doing personal training part-time back in 2007 to now doing it full-time, I wake up with joy every single day because I know I can invest in myself, I can invest in my clients, I can give them or be a light of inspiration and motivation for them. to do what they want to do in life at the fullest and highest level.
Wow. I mean, you are such a motivated and focused guy. Were you always like this your entire life, or is that something new that you had to train yourself up on as well? Or have you always been more or less self-motivated and pretty focused?
I would say I'm a creature of habit and I'm a creature of structure. So I don't know if I was always like this, I've always looked at the glass half full, if you want to call it. I think everyone has a choice every single day that we wake up. You're either going to be positive or you're going to be a negative person, and both take the same amount of energy, so why not be positive? I always look for the good in things, and so that's just always been a part of me. And dealing with certain things in life, you can only look at things in a good way. You got to be grateful, because when you're grateful, you can't be fearful.
Right.
So I just start with gratitude, and from there, when I come downstairs, no one's awake yet, so I always will put something on to get my mind right. So I'm a big advocate. I love Les Brown, I love Eric Thomas, I love Tony Robbins, I love Jim Rohn. Something that's going to put me in the right frame of mind. So when the day happens, I'm already in the right mindset. I think everyone, whatever in arena of life you are, might want to consider having a mentor or a coach. Same applies for trainers, right? There's people that we look up to. So the first person that I really looked up to was a gentleman named Greg Plitt. He had a phenomenal body, but he was so much more than the body, and that's kind of how I approach my training. It's not about your external look, it's about what else you bring to the table, because ultimately our bodies are all going to change, but our mindset can always add value to someone else. So Greg Plitt, unfortunately, he's passed away, but he was my first fitness inspiration because he applied both the physical and the mental side of things, and that was just eye-opening for me. I think a lot of times people get caught up that if they don't have direct contact with someone, they can't be their mentor. No, absolutely not. People have written books, they've written articles, they've made videos. You can always have a mentor even if you don't have a personal relationship with them in order to learn from them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, you've lived in Orlando for pretty much all your life. You came here from London, I think I had seen. You know, what do you love most about the Orlando area?
Yeah, I've been here since I was 6. I've grown with it, and I just love the community, the people. I love the friendly atmosphere. I mean, I've traveled all over the US. People just aren't as friendly as they are in Orlando. Like, people have a smile. Maybe it's our beautiful weather, I don't know, but people are happy. People are, generally always in a good mood. Everything that we have around us, how can you not love having Disney, Universal, like all these different things that we can do? And to grow a family in this area is absolutely phenomenal because it's so family friendly.
100%. Well, you've certainly inspired me, and you're making a difference in the Orlando community by helping others be the best version of themselves. So we certainly appreciate that. So thank you very much. Vishant Dave, get out there and win the day the Vishant Dave way.
Yeah,
I like that.